Acharya Prashant. I think we spoke about this in multiple ways, but I want to get this right. In all Upanishad sessions or any such discussions, mostly it helps in getting very logical conclusion about our issues, or even understanding Upanishads gives a very concrete, structured way of understanding it. It helps in terms of resolving the problem logically, internally. I consider this as jnana, okay? But there is something called bhakti. Like we did a bhajan after our sessions, right? And I have seen this when I was not with all this knowledge, when a ritual was introduced to me when I was a child and all, I couldn't get connected at all. I just felt it's useless and it's all mythical and all, so I didn't get connected. But when I started understanding these things, I started knowing how useless my thoughts are, or how unnecessarily I'm interfering in many things, and those all started happening. Then suddenly a bhajan or something makes lot of sense. I mean, I don't say it sense, it just makes me, fall for it. So how far? So is this, can we consider that bhakti is possible only when intelligence is transcended? Or is it even possible for bhakti to happen without intelligence transcending? Because a lot of people seems to tell me that bhakti, when they do all these bhakti bhajans and all, right, they don't want to even question certain things like what does Rama mean to you? They don't want to question. Or what does Jesus means to you? But still they say they are kind of having a lot of faith in the God, or a lot of they are very. I couldn't get that understanding. Is that even possible to not? So that is one thing. And is bhakti can be something that can be even initiated to someone? What I see is only logic can be initiated to someone, and only when that is transcended, bhakti happens on its own. So that is the thing, right? So that's what.
In fact, what you are stating is one part of the story. The other part is, when knowledge blooms, when Jnana Marg blooms, what you get is an open and clear expression of bhakti. Right? As in your case, you have started taking to bhajans. And the other side is that you cannot get initiated on the path of knowledge without there being love already present in your mind. So in that sense, bhakti initiates jnana. Bhakti, in a seed way, initiates jnana, and when jnana blooms, then what you see actually is a flowering of bhakti. Therefore, I have always called these two as one. Bhakti is love. Without love for truth, why will you want to read these documents of knowledge? So you require a lot of love to proceed on Jnana Marg. For Gyan, you require Bhakti. And the deeper you move in Gyan, the more purity your expression of Bhakti acquires. Now when you sing bhajans, you know what exactly it is about. Therefore, it's a pure involvement. Now when you are swaying to it and clapping to it, there is great purity, because you are not just being carried away by the music. You know exactly what is going on. So in one sense, Bhakti comes after Gyan. In another sense, Bhakti precedes Gyan. And the complete picture is that both go together. Both are actually one. What that also means is, if you find a variant of Bhakti that has no understanding involved in it, it's just self-deception. Entertainment of some kind. Let's sit together and do some kirtan, good entertainment. Finished. No understanding involved there. Equally, if you find a man of Gyan, a man of knowledge, very dry and loveless, then his knowledge is not at all complete. If you are a man of knowledge, you will have love. If you have love, you will be compelled into knowledge. These two go hand in hand. In fact, these two are just one. It depends on where you are looking at the whole thing. You look at it from one point, you call it bhakti, another point you call it Gyan. Gyan that doesn't lead to love is futile. Love devoid of Gyan is poisonous.
So to a child, let's say, I don't think I can give him a ritual or anything, because I know it won't really make sense to him. So is it right to think that make him more questionable, make him more curious to ask, so that at one point,
please do consider the kind of love that is involved in honest questioning. Isn't honest inquiry an act of pure love? Pure love for the truth. So why do we think that the path of knowledge can be traversed without love? If you don't have love for truth, why will you ask? Why will you ask? Why will you go into something? Why will you take the pains of inquiry? Why will you pay the price of letting go of the false? All that you do just because you are driven by love.
But what I see is, at least for my child or in the schools and all, right, even the questioning is not coming out of love. It is just to get some marks or something like that. And even the direct expression of love is anyhow not there because of competition or all kind of things. So both are missing. Like I see a lot of staleness coming very quickly in a child. Like he's bored of things. These all are happening. So that is where I am also kind of experimenting different things to see how to avoid that. So, but yeah, I think I will have to explore more on this.
I think it's a great responsibility being a parent. Tremendous responsibility. And it's a difficult challenge. This exploration that you are doing will obviously help the child attain his potential, but it will also grow you up in a big way. Because when you sincerely want to do good to someone, you have to drop a lot of inner nonsense. Because that's what prevents you from being useful to your loved one. Being ourselves, we can hardly be of use to anybody. So love towards even one's kid can be a great driver of one's own spiritual progress. It will be challenging, worth it.
Pranam Acharya. Acharya, I started watching your videos when my husband has already started watching. He had visited your camp, and after that he introduced me to your videos. And I kept watching the videos, and there were so many changes in the house. And generally, there's a lot of changes from his side. So there initially I used to resist a lot, and after some time when we sit and have a conversation, I really understand that yes, it has to be changed, and I try to work on it, and that is how we are progressing step by step. And it keeps happening again and again. Resistance keeps coming. I just feel like running out. And again, I understand it's important. And sometimes, the situation is like he's way ahead. And I feel very pressurized. I just feel I'm not able to keep up to that pace. I feel that I'm running behind him. But I also understand that, that relationship is actually the satsangati for me. So I come back.
In such a situation, your responsibility is to keep increasing your speed. You are being left behind, right? The two of you are moving and his pace is higher. So your responsibility is to increase your speed, and his responsibility is to not leave your hand. There are two walking the same path, but one is quicker. The one who is quicker does not need to give up on his pace, but he needs to ensure that he continues holding the other person. And the one who is behind needs to do her best to improve her pace. And that will mean, remember, tension in the arms. Bear that. Keep bearing that.